go for launch, Jay.
T-minus 30 seconds.
27, 26.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA. Go SpaceX. Godspeed, Bob and Doug.
America
Check how
has
slow it's going.
launched. And so rises a new era of American spaceflight, and with it the ambitions of a new generation continuing the dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Check their speed.
Plus 30 seconds into this historic mission. Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9, and look at them go.
Falcon power telemetry nominal. M1D throttle down.
We're throttling down to get ready for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the throttle bucket. Reports say all systems are go.
Vehicle is supersonic.
We've exceeded Mach 1 on the Falcon 9.
M1D throttle up.
We're throttling back up to full power as we're through max Q.
Copy 1 Bravo.
And we heard that 1 Bravo call out. That's just the second abort zone that they're in. They'll continue to be on this until the first stage has done its job and they switch over to the second. At this point, Bob and Doug pulling about 2.3 Gs, 2.3 times the Earth's gravity, already moving at over 1,500 miles per hour.
We've heard the call out for MVAC engine chill. That's getting the MVAC engine ready to light. That'll come at about 2:44 into flight. Right now, everything continuing to look good. Next major event coming up is going to be the triple. We'll have main engine cutoff of the 9 first stage engines, stage separation, and then ignition of the second stage engine to continue to carry astronauts into orbit. Coming up in about 20 seconds.
M1D throttle down.
We heard we're throttling down the Merlin engines on the first stage. And we have Miko.
Miko.
Falcon stage separation confirmed. Falcon 2 Alpha.
MVAC ignition.
Check at the Earth, how far above it they are already.
Alright, we have stage separation confirmed. The first stage beginning its flight back.
So look at the
Second
speed,
stage being
dude.
powered by that single Merlin 1
My car can't
vacuum
even go
engine has
120
ignited.
that
It's
fast.
now carrying Bob and Doug into orbit. So they're going to continue under the power of this second
Stage
stage,
2 propulsion is nominal.
which will cut off at SECO, or second engine cut off at about 8
Look how
minutes
he's
and
just
44
moving inside
seconds
the spaceship.
into today's flight. So a little over 5 minutes to go still on this second stage. You heard the call
Check,
out
they're
to Alpha, so they're now
132
in the
kilometers
longest
above
abort
the
zone that carries them all the way from about North Carolina up the eastern
You
seaboard,
know how much I want
almost
to
to
pop my
Canada.
ears?
Things
I
looking
bet I
good
don't
though,
pop
getting
my
good
ears.
call outs, nominal propulsion
I go in the airplane,
on
my
that
ears
second
don't pop.
stage. Bob and Doug continuing to make their way into orbit.
But you see how it's flying over the Earth like this, sideways. It's not going straight up.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Acquisition of signal Bermuda.
SpaceX Dragon nominal trajectory.
Alright, here in nominal trajectories, the Dragon pointed in the right direction, continuing to make their flight uphill. Heard acquisition of signal Bermuda, that's one of the other ground stations that they're using to get telemetry and data back from this spacecraft.
Stage 2 propulsion is still nominal.
I wish I could see the video camera when it like started, when it like went off the ground. of how they looked.
A little over 4 minutes, 40 seconds into the flight. Bob and Doug flying at more than 5,600 miles
Dragon
per hour.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Already almost 200 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. Nominal trajectory continuing. And while they continue uphill, looks like we are getting a view of the first stage as well.
See,
On your
that's the
right
first
screen,
stage
you
on its
can
way
see
down
that
again.
First stage with the grid fins deployed. It's making its way back to attempt to land on our drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You today. And we're just about a couple minutes away from the entry burn, and that's where 3 of the 9 Merlin engines do ignite to help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere. And then after the entry burn will be the landing burn, which is just a single engine
Dragon
burn.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
And you heard
Nominal.
Starting chill for entry burn.
there's that call out. They are still on a nominal trajectory on Dragon, still on second stage, and that's that MVAC engine on second stage on your left screen. Again, on your right screen is that first stage booster coming back towards our drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You. We're about a minute away from entry burn.
Meanwhile, that second stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit. Again, if you're keeping an eye on that timer, that's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out SECO. It'll then be a little
Stage 2 propulsion is still good.
a little over 3 minutes until Dragon physically separates from the second stage of the Falcon 9 after the upper
Dragon
stage gets a
SpaceX
chance.
nominal trajectory.
Dragon copy, nominal trajectory.
Continuing to check in with Bob and Doug as they are on a nominal trajectory. Just about 10 seconds away from that first stage, starting that entry burn on your right screen. We should be able to see that view live.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
And there is that entry burn beginning. This burn lasts about 36 seconds long.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
While that entry burn continues, we're just about a minute away from SECO. We'll have a number of events all happen in rapid succession. It'll be the second engine cutoff.
Stage 1
We'll be
entry burn
looking
shut
for
down.
that stage 1 landing burn shortly after.
Actually, just within a few seconds of each other. It's such a cool view on your left screen, seeing Bob and Doug on Dragon. Right now you can see the displays that they are seeing right now themselves.
Terminal guidance.
MVAC throttle step.
We are coming up 25 seconds or so away from SECO, or second engine cutoff.
This is also the point where Bob and Doug are experiencing their highest G-force. We're seeing the counter tick up to right about
Stage 1
1.8.
transonic.
Copy
They're over here.
You heard Shannon,
Earth
so
is
that just
here.
means they're in their final
So
abort
if
zones.
they
If
move
they
a
were
meter
to
here
abort at
at
this
the
point,
angle down
that would
towards
be an
Earth,
abort
they've
to
moved
orbit
like
or
3
to land
kilometers for
off
every
the
meter.
coast
So they may be
of
moving in
Ireland,
space
standing by
only
for second
Stage
engine
one
cutoff
started.
confirmation.
say
MVAC throttle step.
600 kilometers an hour, but on Earth, because of
And
how
back
far
down.
they are
These
from
are one
Earth,
way.
that's how fast they're going.
Confirmation of SECO's second engine cutoff.
They're gonna land it
Now
on
we
top
are
of a
waiting
ship.
for our first stage to make its way to our drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You.
Dragon SpaceX
It's a drone
nominal
ship, so
orbital
there's no
insertion.
people there.
Is confirmation of nominal
Dragon
orbital
copy,
insertion.
nominal
Stage 1
orbital
landing
insertion.
deployed.
And what you're seeing on your screen is a live view of our drone ship, where our first stage will be coming down. Looks like we
Also
lost that
see-
live view, but We'll wait for confirmation of that landing shortly here.
Falcon 9 first stage successfully landed.
And there you can see on your screen, Falcon 9 has landed. This is the first Falcon 9 to carry humans to orbit, so very exciting for us. And as you can see on your right screen, Bob and Doug are still making their way to their targeted orbit.
And Wendy, your recovery one.
So exciting today.
And Wendy.
It doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
All right, we did hear again that call out good orbital insertion, so that means Falcon 9 and Dragon right now exactly where they're supposed to be.
And Wendy to FRC on recovery one.
And it's right at about 12 minutes when Dragon will separate. Looks like we saw a 0G indicator floating around there. I know Bob and Doug owe us a little bit about what exactly that is that they brought up with them.
They have 0G now, they're not they're
And
outside
before
the gravity.
separation, before Dragon initiates separation from the second stage, they do make sure to make, they do ensure that the vehicle is not spinning and is in good condition before we separate.
That's right, the upper stage does small attitude maneuver using some cold gas thrusters built into the rocket body itself.
Exactly, so we do expect that separation to occur in about a minute from
They
now,
stay in
but
the same distance.
they do wait until they have full confirmation that it is ready to separate. Such cool views. I cannot get over this view that we are seeing right now. Bob and Doug on the right screen, inside of Crew Dragon, out in space.
Yeah, already 200 kilometers over planet Earth, or a little over 124 miles, traveling in excess of 2,700 meters, 27,000 meters per second, or about 16,000 miles per hour. Again, we're just standing by. That separation event should be coming up shortly. Then they'll begin a series of checks on the Draco thrusters that are going to be used to maneuver and then power Dragon on its flight to the International Space Station. Standing by for separation.
Expected loss of signal, wallows.
It sounds like we had an expected LOS, loss of signal, with one of the ground stations. Waiting for confirmation now of that
Dragon separation confirmed.
Dragon separation confirmed.
There is a great view right in front of you
Countdown
of
one,
Dragon separating.
Separation confirmed.
And there's that call out. Dragon is now officially making its way to the